After feverishly campaigning for President Obama, it now looks like a number of the president's biggest supporters are changing their tunes, and that is musicians, including, Obama supporter Katy Perry, who performed 3 times on the president's campaign trail, along with Adam Levine, Sheryl Crow, CeeLo Green, and over 100 more. They're all teaming up with anti-tax groups to fight a bill that could lower royalty rates for internet radio, most notably Pandora. Now, the artists are whining that the bill expands government and limits the earnings that, quote, thousands of these rich musicians rely on. Ironic, considering it was their candidate who fought for big government and paying your, quote, fair share. Here you go. Joining us is author, columnist Jedediah, Jedediah Bila, and Democratic strategist Tara Dowdell is with us. How are you? Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
Wait a minute, weren't they campaigning for Obama? Spread the wealth?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Pay your fair share?
Yes.
Well, then why are they working with anti-tax groups and wanting now smaller government all of a sudden? Is that hypocrisy?
No, it's not. First of all, in politics, there are no friends, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interests. But the reality here is that
this is a month later they want their money.
No, they're still okay with paying higher taxes and chipping in to help out.
Not. They want,
yes, they are.
They want to keep more of what they earn.
They don't want Pandora in their pocket. They don't have a problem with paying higher taxes.
Wait a minute,
to help our country
they're
out.
teaming up with anti-tax groups because they want smaller government and they want. You see, they're all generous with our money, not their money.
And you know who's defending them? The American Conservative Union. All of these right-wing groups are coming in and saying, you know what, you're right. We've got to get the government out of the way. Let's get Congress out of the way. Let's let these private companies negotiate. Let's let the free market work. All of a sudden, you have all of these celebrities promoting free market ideals when they elected a guy who didn't understand the free market.
They're teaming up with Grover Norquist.
Yeah, because it serves their interest.
The issue here is not about government per se. What's happening is Pandora lobbied government to have this bill created, which is bipartisan, by the way. And what Pandora wants to do is lower the royalties that they have to pay to the artists. So the artist dispute is with Pandora, and they're pushing back against the bill.
But that would be government intervention. That means government helps set
But the private sector is asking government to intervene. So you guys always forget the other side of the story. How the private sector goes running with their hands out to the government all the time for money.
All of a sudden,
but you have no problem with that corporate welfare.
All of a sudden, these celebrities are very uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable with government coming in and leveling the playing field. Were they comfortable with
Pandora
government leveling the playing field?
One at a time, go ahead.
Were they comfortable with the idea of government leveling the playing field before? Is that a concept
the issue is the issue is you're confusing the issue. These artists are saying they are A-OK with paying higher taxes and paying their fair share to help. All of them have said that. They've said that publicly. They've said they're okay. Most of them. Sorry, not all of them, because not all of them are Democrats, by the way. Some of these artists on here are definitely. Trace Atkins is a Republican.
Good for Trace.
So some of the artists involved are actually Republicans. Yeah. But they've all said they're okay with paying higher taxes to help this country out. What they're not okay with is Pandora going and lobbying.
You're making this about Pandora, but wait a minute. There's a big point that you're missing here. They're teaming up with Grover Norquist, anti-tax groups here, and what they are saying is they want less government involvement, and they're really saying they want the free market to work, and that they don't want any government involvement, the opposite of what Obama supports.
That's correct, and what they're defending is the idea that you, if you work hard, should be able to keep more of your own money.
Without the government intervening.
That is directly in contrast to what this president fought for. This is a president who advocates for redistribution
I have an idea. I have an idea.
Redistribution of wealth card again.
You saw it today. Look at the tax deal. It's redistribution.
Socialism card.
Obama does.
That's all he talks about.
You have this cartoonish depiction of liberals. We like to make money.
Really?
I'm a small business owner.
Do you want to keep your money?
But what we like to do is when the country needs us, we're willing to step to the plate. That's the difference.
You can step up to the plate and not give your money to a government that is inefficient with your money.
All of the artists can donate money to the government. So can Warren Buffett. Is that fair? Because they think the government needs more money. Why don't they lead by example?
Exactly, and I would like to see John Boehner give up his Social Security and Medicare and lead by example too.
Donate your money to charity. You don't need to hand it to the government.
Good to see you both. Thank you. Oh, you want it? Greta's next. See you tomorrow night.